Sri Aurobindo's poems. I have 100 lives. I have 100 lives before me yet, to grasp thee in, O spirit ethereal. Be sure I will with heart insatiate pursue thee like a hunter through them all. Thou yet shalt turn back on the eternal way, and with awakened vision watch me come, smiling a little at errors past, and lay thy eager hand in mine, its proper home. Meanwhile, made happy by thy happiness, I shall approach thee in things and people dear, and in thy spirit's motions half possess, loving what thou hast loved, shall feel thee near, until I lay my hands on thee indeed, somewhere among the stars, as 'twas decreed. Still there is something that I lack in thee, and yet must find. There is a broad abyss between possession and true sovereignty, which thou must bridge with a diviner kiss. I questioned all the beauty of other girls, thinking thou hadst it not to give indeed. But not Giannina's breasts, nor Pippa's curls contained it. Thou alone canst meet my need. Deniest thou some secret of thy soul to me who claim thee all? Nay, can it be thy bosom's joys escape from my control? Forbid it, heaven, hell should yawn for thee. Deny it now. Let not sweet love begun end in red blood and awful justice done. To weep because a glorious sun, to weep because a glorious sun has set, which the next morn shall gild the east again, to mourn that mighty strengths must yield to fate, which by that fall a double force attain, to shrink from pain, without whose friendly strife joy could not be, to make a terror of death, who smiling beckons us to farther life, and is a bridge for the persistent breath. Despair and anguish and the tragic grief of dry set eyes, or such disastrous tears as rend the heart, though meant for its relief, and all man's ghastly company of fears, are born of folly that believes this span of brittle life can limit immortal man. What is this talk? What is this talk of slayer and of slain? Swords are not sharp to slay, nor floods assuage this flaming soul. Mortality and pain are mere conventions of a mightier stage. As when a hero, by his doom pursued, falls like a pillar of the huge world uptorn, shaking the hearts of men and awe-imbued, silent the audience sits, or weeps forlorn, Meanwhile, behind the stage, the actor sighs, deep-lunged relief, puts off what he has been, and talks with friends that waited, or from the flies watches the quiet of the closing scene. Even so, the unwounded spirits of the slain, beyond our vision passing, live again. The Spring Child. On Basanti's birthday, Jyesta, 1900. Of spring is her name, for whose bud and blooming we praise today the giver. Of spring and its sweetness clings about her, for her face is spring, and springs without her as loth to leave her. See, it is summer. The brilliant sunlight lies hard on stream and plain, and all things wither with heats diurnal. But she, how vanish things and vernal, in her remain. And almost, indeed, we repine and marvel to watch her bloom and grow. For half we had thought our sweet bud could never bloom out, but must surely remain forever the child we know. But now, though summer must come, and autumn, in God's high governing, yet I deem that her soul with soft insistence shall guard through all change the sweet existence and charm of spring. O dear child soul, our loved and cherished, for this thy days had birth, like some tender flower on a grey stone portal, to sweeten and flush with childhood immortal the aging earth. There are flowers in God's garden of prouder blooming, brilliant and bold and bright. The tulip and rose are fierier and brighter, but this has a softer hue, a whiter and milder light. Long be thy days in rain and sunshine, often thy spring relume, gladdening thy mother's heart with thy beauty, flower-like, doing thy gentle duty, to be loved and bloom.